All right, let's talk about something huge today, the environment. But we're going to look at it through a really specific lens, the science of chemistry. And it's kind of funny, isn't it? It's this fascinating paradox where chemistry is at the very heart of some of our biggest problems, but it's also the key to the solutions. So yeah, let's dive into that. And just so you know where we are, this is part 16 of our 20-part series on chemistry. Today is all about applying those core ideas, molecules, reactions, all that good stuff, to the actual world right outside our front door.
So let me just ask you this. When you think about things like climate change or pollution or even the push for clean energy, what's the one science that ties all of that together? Yep, it's chemistry. At their core, every single one of those is a chemistry challenge, and that's exactly what we're going to unpack.
So first up, our world, our chemistry. Because that's really the big idea here, right? The health of our entire planet is directly, and I mean directly, tied to the science of molecules and how they're all interacting in our air, our water, and our soil.
You can't really fix something until you know exactly what's wrong. You have to diagnose the problem first. Well, it's the exact same thing with the environment. So let's start by looking at how chemistry is basically our main diagnostic tool, letting us pinpoint and measure our impact with, frankly, incredible accuracy.
So when you see a picture like this, with smoke billowing from a factory, what are you actually seeing? I mean, what is that smoke? It's not just smoke, it's a complex mix of molecules. And chemistry is the science that lets us put a name to those molecules, things like sulfur dioxide or carbon monoxide, and understand precisely how and why they're harmful. And that leads us to a really solid chemical definition of pollution. It's not just dirt or grime. No, it's about specific molecules at specific concentrations that react in a bad way with living things. Chemistry is what tells us the difference between a tiny, harmless amount of something and a truly dangerous dose.
Okay, and this is the pivot. This is the whole paradox we're digging into today. The very same science that, in some ways, helped create industrial pollutants is now, without a doubt, our most powerful tool for cleaning things up and designing smarter, cleaner alternatives.
Which brings us right into our next section, engineering the solutions. We've used chemistry to diagnose the problem, so now let's look at how chemists are out there on the front lines actually building a cleaner future.
Just look at this. The entire green energy revolution is, at its heart, a chemistry revolution. You want a more efficient solar panel? That's a breakthrough in materials chemistry, finding new compounds that are better at turning sunlight into electricity. You want a longer-lasting battery for your car? That's all about electrochemistry, figuring out better ways to store and release energy on a molecular level.
And here's another huge area, managing our resources. It's so easy to take clean water for granted, but a water treatment plant like this is basically a giant, controlled chemistry experiment, with a series of complex reactions, all designed to pull out harmful molecules. Chemistry is what makes sure the water from your tap is safe to drink.
Okay, so we've been talking big picture, global energy, massive water treatment facilities. But how does this all connect back to you, to your community? Well, this knowledge isn't just for scientists in some far-off lab. It really empowers all of us to make smarter choices right where we live.
I mean, think about it. When your town is debating what to do with its trash, understanding the basic chemistry of a landfill versus an incinerator is a game changer. When you get that water quality report in the mail, knowing what parts per million of lead actually means for your family, that's powerful. It even helps with day-to-day stuff, like knowing which household cleaners you absolutely should never, ever mix. And here we are, back at the core message for today. I just want to leave this up for a second because it says it all so perfectly. This one sentence really captures that double-edged sword of chemistry's role in our world. It's an incredibly powerful tool, and its impact, good or bad, really just depends on how we decide to use it. So, we'll end with this question for you. Now that you can see this deep, fundamental link between molecules and the health of our planet, how are you going to use that knowledge? Maybe it's in your own home, maybe it's in your community, or maybe it just changes how you read the news. Either way, you're now better equipped to be part of the solution. Thanks for tuning in.